Yeah, here at Disneyland we have to reevaluate all the time whether everything's working for our guests. And one of the things we discovered a few years back is something Walt Disney knew from his features, and that was if you take them out of circulation and put them in the vault for like a generation and bring them back, there's a new generation of young kids and everything that enjoy Snow White or Cinderella over and over again. And he did that in theaters, and then he did it on home video and DVDs. And we started thinking, gosh, what if we brought the submarine ride back? So we tried that about 5 years ago, and it was a tremendously successful thing. And so after that, we brought the castle back last year, and now Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. So we were looking this year, because 3D is so important in the theaters now. All of a sudden, it's big time. It's like, you've got, Disney's got the Alice in Wonderland coming out in 2 weeks, and then Toy Story this summer. We thought, why not see if we could get a resurgence of that here going at Disneyland. And the film that we'd heard from our guests that they wanted to see the most was Captain EO. There was a whole generation of kids that grew up in the late 70s, early 80s that loved this film. And we knew we'd have that nostalgia group. But we wondered, would new young people, kids that are in their teens, 20s, fall in love with the music and the story the same way that their parents did? Well, this morning has been exciting for me because we've seen many, many young people in their teens and 20s really enjoying this show. So I got my fingers crossed, but I think he's going to be just as exciting, and the message that's told in the film is going to be just as relevant to a new generation as it was to the original kids back in the 80s. Well, at Disneyland we try to keep all of our lines and our attractions popular with our guests. If we start to notice something people are not going there anymore, then that becomes a clue as to when we would take it out. So as long as there's good response here and the guests are enjoying it, it'll stay. When Disneyland is crowded, we like to have everything running really well. So if you start to see something that people aren't going on, that's a sign to us that we need to reimagineer and come up with something better. So it's kind of, I'm evading your question, but as long as we have a nice group of people enjoying this, he's going to stay. There aren't any plans right now. Captain EO can only be seen at Disneyland in California, but who knows? It's almost impossible to predict the future, and I wouldn't want to say anything on that now. But for now, you have to come to California. No, we haven't really thought that far because, frankly, we don't know how long Captain EO will stay. He'll stay here as long as his fans and young people are enjoying the journey and continue to enjoy it. And I think it's going to be popular for a while. We didn't know what to expect this morning, and just seeing the overwhelming kind of crowd that's come out for this, I think is a good indication he'll be here for quite a while.